Hi everyone, welcome to DIY Ideas. Today we have something new, something we're going to test together. So you see here the Frottee XL from Woolly Hucks. So I want to try this out with you guys. Here we have 60 degrees Celsius that it can be washed at, and it's supposed to be really cool. And after we wash our work, it's going to be 10% smaller than it was before. Then here you can see some kitchen towels as examples on the label. So that's what they did with it. And then let's see other details here. We have a 4.5 to 5.5 millimeter crocheting hook or knitting needles. And yeah, here is my hook as well. I hope you can see the size. It's 5 millimeters. So yeah, we can get started. It's 100% cotton, 50 grams and 63 meters in each ball. So let's take the label off. We're going to take the middle out and we can get started. Okay, so let's look at the thread itself. So you can see here, it's actually pretty interesting, and I can imagine this being a really cool kitchen towel or a regular bathroom towel as well, maybe even a little sponge. So yeah, it's not the same throughout the whole thing, but it has a very similar texture, and I think it's gonna work really well with our project. It's pretty soft as well, I have to say. So yeah, I hope you can see it nicely on camera and we can get started. Okay, it's getting a little bit stuck. And when I pull on it, or I pulled on it too hard, so you see here what happened. So it kind of ripped in its length. So let's start a little bit after that section and a little bit gentler this time. There we go, now we're at the hook. And I'm just doing some chains here just to try it out. Okay, this is interesting. So we don't see almost any, or I can't recognize any of the chains on here, although that's all I'm doing. Pretty cool. And we can work with it with the hook. It works nicely, so it's not too difficult. Okay, so let's try something else out. I'm gonna start over. Okay, I'm gonna chain 17 now to try something else out. Okay, 17. So I actually wanted to do 15 and the 2 for the height. So we're doing just some trebles. I just want to see how it works. I'm gonna start with half treble crochets first. So that's why we skip 2, and then we're just gonna do a half treble into every chain that we see. Okay, it works nicely. I was a little bit afraid because I can't recognize the chains nicely, but when I look at it a bit closer, then it works just fine. And you can see that I'm not as slow as I thought I was going to be. Here are a couple of trebles. So you see here, they're not all the same, so it's kind of cool. Okay, so when we stretch it out a little bit, I hope you can see the texture on here. So you can kind of recognize the half trebles, but not as what we're used to with other types of yarn. Okay, so this is the entire first row with half treble crochets. This is what we have. And yeah, it's actually pretty cool. So you can see it's kind of like a towel, or at least it reminds me of a towel. If I stretch it out a little bit, you can see the stitches more nicely. Yeah, so let's try another row, 2 chains for the height, then turn, and we're gonna go into the first stitch and continue with half treble crochets. This works shockingly well. I was more worried than I should have been. Yeah, I'm definitely satisfied with this. I was too afraid. This is really, really cool. And you can see what we have after 2 rows. I think it looks lovely. So we need a little bit of practice for this, but I think after we get the first couple of stitches, then it goes really fast. And here are the 2 rows. So I wanted to show you a different one I did. So this one is in blue, but it's the same type of yarn. And you can see here what it looks like. I'm going to show you the thickness as well. So this is nothing special, but it actually does have a nice width to it. And you can kind of recognize the chains I did here, hopefully. But yeah, I love this color as well. And here I did some regular trebles, so it's not half treble crochets, and that's what we get. Then if I take the other one, so here is the blue one, and then the one we started in today's video, you can see the chains as well on top and a little bit of a different texture due to the different stitch that we did. And yeah, the texture itself really resembles a towel, and that's what I really like. So if you'd like to make your own towels, this is how you can do it. And I wanted to show you the label from the inside because I discovered some really cool things there. So here you can see we have a kitchen towel, even a little sponge for doing dishes. So this is something that absorbs a lot of water and is really cool as a lot of different things that you can use in your household. So yeah, here we have a couple of rows. If you're done with your piece, then you can of course pull this a little bit longer. So it does work that way. Even if you need to fix some stitches, it's not going to be an issue. Just make sure you're gentle with it and don't pull too tight on it. You saw what happened at the beginning of this video where I did exactly that and kind of ripped the whole structure. So this is what we had for today. I hope you enjoyed, and you can let me know by shooting a thumbs up to this video. If you'd like to see more different projects, and we do a ton of them, make sure to click on the subscribe button and the notification bell as well. That way you'll stay notified every time we post something new. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye!